ladies and gentlemen, I am wholly unprepared for this stream. Hold on, everybody. OBS had an update. I was late. My desk is a mess because I was reworking something today. I don't even know if the audio is working. Camera's clearly not working. Camo's not opening up, so my camera won't turn on. It's a disaster. But there's racing this weekend at Rockingham. Braden, good to see you. Glad to hopefully entertain you for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. We'll see. Oh, my camera's thinking about working. My HDMI cord just cut out, so that's fun. Audio's good. Hey, well, that's a plus. Audio is good. Audio is good. We got... Alright, so we have this. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. How do we shut this off? Okay, hold on. Video source 2. We're going to delete it. All right. Okay. As long as the audio is good. How's the video looking? Now that we have something in here. Let's get this out of stream. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're fighting fire with fire. Okay. Yeah, I am unprepared. All right, let's switch to that. Okay. So, yeah, there's something. I gotta go get the mat. All right, Braden, how are you doing? The Rock is this weekend. Should be some fun racing. Alright, throw this on here. I was actually really looking forward to the stream tonight, but I have been all over the place. So, here we go. Can I zoom? I don't know if I can zoom. Doing pretty well. I'm aside from just kind of being all over the place, I'm doing well also. Like I said, I am very unprepared for today's stream. At least I have some water. I'm trying to reconfigure my desk to be better. And I'm not too sure if I like it yet. Bear with me here. Hopefully you don't get seasick or motion sick as we're trying to adjust things on the fly. Okay, so what prompted the question tonight about 3D printing. If you haven't, go ahead and vote on the poll. But what prompted that question tonight is the fact that I have my camera and this light. See, we'll shut this light off. Boom. Turn that off. Turn that back on. I have the camera and the light hooked up to this arm that runs down behind my monitor, which is right here. And it's supposed to be one that clamps onto like the sides of the desk, but instead I have it running through the hole in the desk that's for like cables and cords and stuff. So what I did, and it was held on with this bracket, and it was real flimsy, and the camera would move around a lot and stuff, and I just didn't really like that. So I designed up a little, I don't know if you want to call it a fixture or something. Here, let's throw some decals in the water. I wouldn't call it a fixture necessarily. I would call it like a little piece, maybe, that fits inside that hole, but also has a very specific hole size for the boom mic stand, whatever you want to call it, armature, to sit in and then hold it in place. Now, with that being said, I am also I'm printing a version 2 of it because, like, for something like this, it clamps onto the bottom and locks it in place. The one that I printed still can twist in the desk. So, like, if I were to, you know, twist the camera, it still moves, and I don't like that. So what I did was I added some threads to it. Added some threads to the main body of it, and then made a little collar or a little washer that has opposite side threads on it so that you can screw it together, and then it should be able to hold it in place. So that's currently printing now. Let me check. I have it up on my other computer. Looks like our votes are 3-2. 3 people have 3D printed, 2 people have not. Ooh, there's 5 minutes left, so maybe I'll ask my lovely assistant to bring down the pieces when they're done printing. But no, 2001 Rockingham race. That was it recent, or was it a while ago? Because I might have. I did watch an old Rockingham race. It might have been that one. All of the old NASCAR classics, early 2000s, high definition footage is beautiful. You absolutely love to see it. Hold on, something's driving me nuts here. I hear a high-pitched sound, and it's so annoying. Greg, good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Maddie D will drive the 48. I highly, highly, highly doubt that, but stranger things have happened. It's a possibility. There's a chance, but they dropped on YouTube today, but it was also on the NASCAR channel last night too. Okay, maybe it wasn't. I don't think. Okay, so I definitely didn't watch that specific one, but I did watch an older one not too long ago. I don't know if it was 2001. I don't know what year. I don't remember. But I did watch an old Rockingham race in like high definition footage, and it was nice. It was nice to see the cars move around. It was nice to see some of those old paint schemes. I mean, yeah. Far cry from where we are today. I'm working on thinking about trying to get like a better computer too, so I don't have to have 2 laptops here and here. So I could actually put my desktop somewhere else and then get another monitor, so I can have just 2 monitors, so then the whole front of my desk can be open for use. Because right now I have 1 laptop over here and 1 laptop over here, and this is the one that we stream off of, but this is the one that we do all of our decal design, video making, editing. So at some point I got to sort that out. But here, since we're talking about it, I don't know if you guys saw the first chat, but Nice isn't going to be able to make it tonight, which is unfortunate. We're going to miss him. I still got to email him about the Ryan Sieg picture. It's been a hectic past couple days. Okay, Braden, you said it was on NASCAR Classics, right? Classics. Let's take a look. Now, I'm not going to play any of it because I will get hit from it for sure. NASCAR is pretty bad about that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, yeah, their latest video. It's about time you had another show. Is he saying that like he's actually? Because I haven't followed up. I mean, I know April Fool's was yesterday, so it could have been an April Fool's joke. It's possible, I suppose, that I completely missed it, but Yeah, I'm not sure. Ooh. All right. Yeah, look at that. That is some nice, crisp, clear. Hold on, let me find a shot of the best car. I saw somebody comment that, oh, there's a young Chase Elliott. Look at that. That's funny. I mean, that's not a surprise. Let's see. The best car on track. Are we even gonna have one? We gotta. 2001. Man, that's crazy. Oh, there it is. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Crisp and clean and all of its... Man, what a beautiful car. Oh, man, I can't seem to get it right. I'm trying to get a nice freeze frame for you guys. There we go. All right, so yeah, screen capture. There we go. The best car on the track, 2001. The man actually did win the championship in 01, but yeah, that is some crisp high definition from 2001. You love to see it. You love to see Braden, you love to see it. So yeah, anytime 24 is on screen, that's gonna be my favorite. Yeah, super cool that they upload this. Hopefully I don't get hit on the channel. Is that popcorn? Oh yeah, popcorn all over the car. That would be a sweet raced version diecast if they were to make it today. Popcorn all over the car, all over the hood, all over the roof. All right, so today's cars are the last 4 that we are going to be working on for Cody for now. First of all, did you guys like the thumbnail? Did you notice I put all of the the print is over, so I'll have hold on. Did you notice the thumbnail? Did you look at it too closely and see that I added the series logos of the 4 series we cover? So IndyCar, Cup Series, Truck Series, and O'Reilly Series. I added all those, and then I put X's over the ones that we aren't covering. Let me know if you like that. I kind of do. Just so that we know, like, every single week we're going to be covering these 4 series, and if, some of them are not racing that particular weekend, then we're obviously not going to be covering it. So, like, the Cup Series is off this weekend because it's Easter, and then IndyCar is also off for another 2 weeks, I think. So, yeah, I think I like that. The only thing that I don't love is it's kind of getting cluttered. Like, there's a lot of things. But I also plan on putting the car that we're going to be working on bigger, because once we're done with these, we'll actually get to work on some other cool cars that we have coming down the line. So give me 1 second here. Print is done. May it be May Dover. Well, I know you're going to Dover. Or you're saying they're going to throw Matty D in the 48 at Dover. Is that what you're saying, Greg? I'd shrink the series logos a tad, but it's good other than that. Okay. See, that's what I'm looking. I'm just looking for feedback. So thank you, Braden. I appreciate that. Let's knock them out and move on to the next series. Yeah, so we have Ryan Sieg's car. That's done, painted, cleared, ready to go. The Watkins Glen car. Just excited to go. Heck yeah, of course. Of course, I might be going to Talladega in a few weeks. Might. So we'll see about that, to deliver these to Cody. Can you bring it? No. Okay. So, and then the 2002 Kyle Busch ARCA car, we got that as well. So, plenty to come in the not too distant future. Sunday will be something different. Sunday will be something different. I'm thinking we might do... we might start the Ryan Sieg car on Sunday. We might do that one. I'm thinking that. Yeah. I think it is true. I'm pretty sure it is. I know they were doing some sort of special thing, so I'm fairly certain that it's true. Not 100%. I'm sure like Braden or Greg would have better knowledge of it than I do. I know like big Jeff Gordon fan, but I don't really follow everything that he does these days. So I think it's true. Okay, so we need this. So we'll wait a couple minutes and then we'll get into this weekend's stuff. I'm really excited for the O'Reilly series, as always. Any Ryan Sieg car is a good car. Well, so we're going to do the Watkins. Here, I'll hold on one second. I agree. But we have this car. This car is ready to go. This is the Watkins Glen car. If you notice, no fuel inlet on the driver's side. We have the fuel inlet on the passenger side, if the camera would focus. Focus. All right, you get the idea. It's not focusing. But yeah, we're ready to go. So that car will be on Sunday. Thank you. I'll get it. All right, so 3D printing tutorial. All right. Hold on one second. All right, so yeah, here's my design. Let's see if it works. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, the threads in there. So all these extra supports we can take off of here. Yeah, put governors on it for the old guys. True. Yeah, this isn't what we were supposed to be doing tonight, but my head's been all over the place. So this is kind of related to the stream in a way because it'll help me organize my desk. But I'm gonna need to get some pliers out. So yeah, I think we're gonna do the Ryan Sieg car next. And with that, well, I also pretty much finished the decals for the Ryan Sieg Daytona car that I'm making for my buddy. So we have that car in the kind of sort of distant future, but not too far, because I need to have that thing done for May when I go down to Charlotte. Also, related new... Wow, that one looks close. There anything you don't do. Yeah, there's a lot that I don't do. Let's see how these threads work. I wish Lionel would do that instead of decaling the fuel cell. So I don't know if you're on the Lionel forum, but I did suggest that to them like a couple weeks ago, and I mentioned it to them. Basically, for die-cast molding, you can have it be an insert, and then you could kind of get away with it by just having an insert that you put on the driver's side, and then if you want to change it out, you could put it on the passenger side, and I think that would work pretty well. They said they would pass it along to their production team. Personally, I think it's a pretty simple thing that they could do. I agree, and part of the reason why I suggested it is because I like the detail. I always want more detail instead of less. And so, yeah, Braden, like you, I also wish that they would add that. So, I have not heard anything back from them in that regard. Let's see. This is going to be... I should have... Looking at this now, I should have made the threads wider. They're very thin for something like this. But the problem is I didn't have a lot of space to work with through the thickness of this outer wall. So maybe the next version, if I print another one of these, I will widen the thread gauge a little bit. But I just wanted to get something that I could twist together. And it looks like it'll work if I can get it lined up. Now that's kind of a problem, but all right, I'll have to mess with this off stream because you guys aren't here for this. You're here for the die-cast cars that we're working on for Cody. Of course, it annoys me, so. Oh, there we go. Oh man, that's tight. Ooh. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, this might break. Need some assembly oil on this thing. This is why we do these prototypes. Maybe we just gotta work it in a little bit. All right, well, I'll worry about that later. But the concept remains. It seems to work. Nice thing about this is it's just plastic. It came for die-cast, stay for driven. Yeah, we're driven to madness with all the other stuff we work on here. So now that you got that initial threading, it goes on decently. So I don't really remember. I think it was like 25 millimeters or something. 28. So we're close. So I'll have to twist it a couple more millimeters, but yeah, that's the concept. So then this will hold it in place on the bottom of the desk, so it won't allow it to rotate. Now that I think about it, I should have put little flanges on the outside of this so I could twist it better. But I didn't know how hard it was going to be to turn. All right. Anyway, so this, we'll get rid of this for now. Not what you guys are here for, but it's a what would you call it? Quality of life update that could potentially help the channel out. Okay, so, and like I said, I've been all over the place today, so if I seem like I'm all over the place, sorry. Vegetable oil, I might use some vegetable oil or something to get it to turn a little bit better. All right. So, yeah, so 4 of these cars left. I cleared the other 12 over the weekend, last weekend, and those are ready to go, ready to be put together. And I will do that. Probably this week off camera. I don't need to put them together. We've done that on camera before. You guys have seen that process. So I'll likely do that this week sometime. Let me know when you want it. We could get into the race stuff now. As soon as I get this decal on here, I'll pull up all the race information. So I don't love that they're racing on Good Friday. But it is the truck series and it is at night. Like, so I think I'm going to miss like probably the first half of the truck race because we have Good Friday service. And then also West Ham plays on Easter Sunday. I don't like that either. But I'm glad NASCAR took off. takes off on Easter, because the last thing I'm going to do is watch racing on Easter. I don't even know if I'm going to watch the West Ham game. We'll have to see what time it is. I think it's at like 11:30, but I got to figure all that out. So, got a few days to figure that out. I know we're going to the in-laws for Easter. So yeah, as soon as I get this on here, we'll pull up all the race information for this weekend. We can talk about it. We'll go over it. Rockingham. Go Hammers. Yeah, go Hammers. FA Cup, so it's not the Premier League, it's the FA Cup. The Football Association. All right. So that looks good. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for hanging out on this Thursday evening, this Monday Thursday. Hopefully you guys are all doing well out there. It's just a chill stream. Again, last one for these cars, then we're going to move on to some fun stuff. Not that these haven't been fun, but it's just I'm sick and tired of working on them. So, we'll get them done. Up to 7 votes. We got a 4-3 lead for no printing. No 3D printing in the poll, in the chat. So if you guys haven't yet, go ahead and vote on that. Obviously, we saw that I just had some 3D printing stuff that we were working on, but all right. Jeez, that could have been bad. All right, we're done with this one. We'll get into we'll throw one of these decals in the water, and then I'll pull up all the race information. So I do know Fridays trucks, Saturdays O'Reilly. I was texting my buddy, that car's already done. They're preparing their Bristol car. Okay, so we have this. We have this. Like I said, I was unprepared, so might be going to Talladega in a couple weeks. I have to figure that out. It's a possibility. Okay. That and that. Okay, so we'll start with Friday. We'll start here with Friday. Screen capture. Okay. The race is Friday. The race is at 4:30? Wow. Okay, maybe I'll actually watch the race. Because the Good Friday service isn't until 7 o'clock. I think it's at 7. It's either 7 or 7:30. I think it's at 7. So, that's interesting. I wonder if the time... I don't like the fact that they're racing on Good Friday, but maybe they're racing at 4:30 so everybody can go to the Good Friday services in the evening. Landon Lewis in the 45 could be a contender. Okay, so 45. Are you talking trucks or O'Reilly? Let's see. Landon Lewis. There you go. Okay, trucks. Late model guy, ran pretty well at St. Petersburg. He's decent equipment with. Nice. I was gonna say, I feel like I remembered that name because, okay, yeah, St. Petersburg, decent equipment with nice. Okay, looking forward to that. What the heck is this metric score? Like, how did they decide? Whatever. Okay, so the wild card is going to be racing this weekend. We have Carson Hocevar in the 77. He will make it interesting. Sammy Smith in the 7. That'll be interesting. Then we got all the regulars. Corey Himes back in the 1 truck again. Oh yeah, the 10 is going to be Corey LaJoy because the whole Daniel Dye situation. Again, I don't I don't care if there are rules. I just want them applied equally. So, unfortunate situation, but Corey LaJoie, let's see it. He said he was too good for the truck series. He wanted to race on Sundays. Sundays were the important days, so here he is racing on in the trucks. Frankie Muniz, hopefully he does well. Always like to see him do well. Oh, Caleb Costner. So I don't know him personally, but Jason Alexander's working with him, and I know Jason, so I'd like to see those guys do well. It's a small family-run team, very minimal resources, so hopefully those guys can just kind of keep their noses clean, not get involved in anything. Braden. Oh, yeah. Using his own words against him. Man, that was one of the worst NASCAR takes I think I've ever heard. I honestly, I couldn't believe he said that. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, looking forward to the truck race. I think Carson Hocevar, obviously being the wild card, will make it interesting as always. Then you have a lot of good drivers in there, so it should be a fun race. Trucks are always a little bit on edge, and they put on a pretty good show. I think, was it last year or 2 years ago that they had that really wacky fuel mileage race? Was that at the Rockingham? And I think did Tyler Ankrum win or some? I don't know. I feel like it was really, really wacky, really, really random the way the race ended with fuel mileage and people running out and pitting with like a lap and a half to go or something. I feel like it was last year, but my memory could be serving me poorly. I mean, that's pretty much Friday. There's not too... It is kind of crazy, though, that it's all happening Friday. So 11 a.m. practice, 12:05 qualifying, 4:30 race. So that's pretty tight schedule. They're going to knock out a bunch of stuff really quickly for the trucks. Let's see. Not only was he given the middle for in the lower division, he saw... Yeah, Randy LaJoie was a fairly prolific Busch Series driver, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not like 100% on that history of him, but I'm fairly certain Randy LaJoie did a lot more in the Busch Series than he did in the Cup Series. I could be wrong. I reserve the right to be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's close to accurate. Which is why I think it also landed so poorly. Because you just like read the room, dude. Your last name. But okay. 2-time Busch. Okay, yeah, that's what okay, well, see, I don't know everything. But yeah, 2-time Busch Series champion. So clearly, it's important. But not enough to old Corey. So, good to see him dropping down into the truck series. I obviously don't, wish bad upon him, but hopefully he runs well and maybe gets his mind right, has a little bit of a mind change, and he can mature and grow a little bit. I just couldn't imagine saying that. If I were talking, I would want to race in the O'Reilly series more so than the Cup series. The cars are cooler. The races are more entertaining. Now, and they're shorter, so you don't have to spend as much time watching them. But also, unfortunately, they're still plagued by the stages. All right, so we'll flip over to that. Anything else on the truck series? I don't really have anything else to add. I think that's pretty much everything to talk about. Because we'll move on to the O'Reilly series, my favorite series of the weekend. This one is taking place on Saturday at 2:30. Ooh, early start time on Saturday, too. He does have some experience, so maybe that's what Ram needs. Yeah, that's a good point, Braden. I think, yeah, he's obviously not the best driver, but he is a solid driver, and like you said, he does have a good amount of experience, so I think that will help. I think his feedback hopefully can, yes, help Ram get a little bit more competitive. I agree. I think that's a good shout. Saturday's an early race too. That's unfortunate because we were planning on going out Saturday afternoon, but that's fine. I guess I can just take my phone with me. Practice on Friday. Practice on Friday and qualifying on Friday, and then the race is on Saturday. So dang, you're gonna have all of your racing wrapped up by like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on Saturday this weekend, which will give you ample time to spend time with your family on Sunday for Easter. So, all right, we'll go to the qualifying order here. The big name, obviously, Cletus is in the race. I don't really... I wish him the best. I hope he does well. But I don't really, like, I'm not a huge Cletus. I never have been a huge Cletus. I've seen some of his videos, but I'm never, I'm not really a big fan, necessarily. I'm not a hater by any means, but you got to feel bad for Nick. He's way too good to not have a decent ride, but unfortunately, you know, that's again, we've talked about this multiple times, but that's the reason Riley Herbst is still in the Cup Series. Like, the dude, he's a decent driver, but not, like, you could put Corey Heim in the car and he will be way better. But he's got the old Monster Energy sponsorship, so all that money helping him out. Yeah, really unfortunate from Nick Sanchez's perspective, and just kind of racing in general. Like, I hate that sort of stuff happens, where it's not a talent thing, because look at Cletus racing versus Nick Sanchez. Like, Cletus is gonna bring the eyes, he's gonna bring the people, and it's just, it is what it is, you know. So yep, didn't he win in the 48 there? I'm pretty sure he won, didn't he? He brought them guys like their first win in a long time, or ever maybe, or in a long time. I'm fairly certain he won in the 48. I think it was the same car that Parker Kligerman drove. But yeah, so Jeremy Clements, Ryan Sieg, look for those guys to do well, hopefully this weekend. I hope those guys just have a clean race. Like, just nothing happens to them for once. That would be really nice to see. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, and then our boy Ryan Sieg. Hopefully they do well as well. Yes, at the second Atlanta race last year. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I remembered him winning a race. But then, you know, like you said, money talks. It's annoying, but that's how the sport is these days. It's kind of how everything is these days. Who wasn't he in the... What car was he in? Was he in the 25 car? I don't remember. I feel like he was in the 25 car this year. Maybe I'm wrong. But I did hear that, yeah, something was going on with him being out of the car. So, yeah, really unfortunate. I don't know. But it looks like nobody... So it looks like it's all regulars, except for... No, it looks like it's all regulars this week. Nobody Nobody else jumping in other than your normal cast of characters. So that's good. So it should be a fun race. I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, I'm looking forward to both of them, but yeah, that's it. Two races this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday off for Easter. And next week, I think next week's Bristol. Next weekend might be Bristol. Next weekend's my birthday. The O'Reilly Series races on my birthday next weekend. I told my buddy on the Ryan Sieg team that they have to win it for me. He said, probably not. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the racing information this weekend. I can't wait to change this image, because after this weekend, after today, yeah, it'll be a good race weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I like that they brought Rockingham back, and the couple races that they've run there have been good racing. So if they could just get rid of stages, we'd be much better. But yeah, after today, this picture is going away, and I'm not making any more of these cars. So I can't wait for that. So yeah, now we'll just kind of hang out and work on them for the next however long. I did get an email from D'Agostini that the next pack has been shipped. I still have to record the audio for the latest one, which I plan on doing after the stream today. Tomorrow's video, I still have to make that as well. And I have a couple ideas, because a lot of the cars that we're going to see are cars we've already seen from Jeff Gordon's 2015 year. So I think what I might do is I might wrap 3 cars into one video tomorrow. I might do that. Because I kind of, it's not that I want to move on from the 2015 cars, but like, we got to keep going. We got to keep moving through these cars. So I might do 3 tomorrow and see how that goes. But yeah, the D'Agostini, I haven't worked on it in a while. Like I said, all of the video editing has been completed. Now it's just audio. And I'm going to do that tonight. I said last week that, I said 2 weeks ago that it was coming out last week, and then I said last week it's coming out this week. So I really, really, really do need to get it done and posted. So yeah, bear with me. We have a lot of things going on the channel. Probably too many things. The D'Agostini kind of just hangs over my head like every time I get a recording done from the video aspect of it, because then I have to edit all of it, and I just like, it's a lot to edit, and it's multiple hours. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it to some degree, but at the same time, like, I dread doing the editing for those videos. But I'll get it done. I always continue to get it done. That's probably the most asked about series on the channel, is people constantly asking, like, when's the next D'Agostini coming out? When are you working on the next one? Kind of thing. So I've got a lot going on, but don't worry, it's coming. Probably I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna do a lot of the voice editing tonight, and then probably tomorrow as well. Once I get all that done, uploading it, it's easy peasy, making a thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just getting the voice recordings done that give me headaches. But don't worry, we'll take care of it. So hopefully you guys will watch that when it comes out. Like I said, I'm thinking I'll just post it probably Sunday. I know it's Easter. I know a bunch of people probably won't watch it right away, but that's fine. Just to get it out there, just to appease everybody. The channel's been doing pretty good. We've been getting decent views on videos and stuff, and the live stream numbers have been helping out the overall watch time numbers, which has been good. We're still a decent chunk under the watch time requirements for monetization, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm not too worried about it right now. The channel will grow if it grows. Oh, I didn't tweet this out. We'll definitely watch it. Well, I know like there are a certain number of people on the channel that will absolutely pretty much watch everything, which is good, and I do appreciate that. But yeah, so it'll work out. It'll be good. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a little bit of assembly vegetable oil on this thing to get it to tighten down a little bit easier. If you haven't, vote in the poll. I feel like we've had pretty much the same 5 people here all night. We got a 5-3 lead for no 3D printing. Yeah, I do a lot of that, whether it's at home or at work now. So I like it. It's fun. I guess while we're waiting, we'll just cut out these general tires. So my plan is potentially, or even some silicone. Yeah, I was thinking vegetable oil probably. I feel like that would be the easiest. Any picks? Oh, good shout, Braden. Obviously my heart says Ryan Seek. I don't really know. I mean, you know, we can go back and look at this. We'll start with the trucks. To be honest, I'm not really sure. I mean, Corey Haim will probably be good. Like I said before, Carson Hocevar is kind of the wild card. I don't know. I would. As far as the truck series goes, I would. As far as like people that I think actually have a legitimate shot at winning, like Corey Haim's probably going to be there. Like you said, Landon Lewis probably will be good. Caden Honeycutt, Corey Haim, Christian Eckes, maybe. Lane Riggs will probably be solid. Those guys haven't been too good this year in the 34 truck. Chandler Smith will probably be decent. Run up near the front. Same thing with Grant Enfinger. They'll probably run up near the front. Brendan Queen, same thing. I mean, he's been solid, but not like lighting the world on fire. So I expect him to run decent. Maybe top 10, top 15. I don't know. I just want to see shenanigans from Carson Hocevar. It cracks me up. It's so funny. Like, I personally enjoy it. I know maybe not a lot of people do. I just find it funny because honestly, like, NASCAR has become such a joke over the past 20 years, 15, 20 years. Just the way that it is in general, how it's perceived on the national stage and all that kind of stuff. So, like, why not just embrace it at this point? Just let Carson do Carson things and drive the absolute snot out of the truck. And if he makes contact with somebody, he makes contact. You know, if he roughs some people up, you know, it is what it is. So, I know a lot of people, specifically, I think it was Caden Honeycutt specifically, was really upset with him. Maybe it was the Homestead race. or Darlington. No, I think it was Darlington, because he, you know, he there was some contact made, and you know, he's not a Truck Series driver, but I don't know. I don't personally. I don't really care anymore. I'm here for the shenanigans. Unless it's the 39 team in the O'Reilly series, then they got to win. They got to get the dub. No. But yeah, I guess for for this race, I want to see Carson win. What about you, Braden? What are you thinking? You seem to be more in tune with how things actually go and such. Like the O'Reilly series, I mean, you don't have any non-O'Reilly drivers in here. So I'm thinking, I mean, Justin Allgaier is going to be good. The dude's good everywhere. He's just super solid. I feel like we like a broken record, like we talk about this every single week. Justin's just a good driver, solid driver, takes care of his stuff, doesn't get it, put himself in bad situations. Do you think Cletus wrecks? I think probably yes. But I think it has to do with contact with another driver. Like, I don't know if he wrecks all on his own, but I think that he does get into some sort of incident with another driver. I think that's my prediction. Hopefully it's not the 39, 28, or 51, but that's my prediction. That Cletus does well or decent, but then gets caught up in something maybe of his own doing. You know, puts the car in a place where it shouldn't be, just because he doesn't really have that racecraft yet. Something like that. I feel like that's my prediction. As far as winners for this race, I don't know. I hate to pick Justin Allgaier, but I feel like he's riding the momentum and team's doing well. They got the cars hooked up. I feel like Justin has another shot at another victory. I'm interested to hear, though, Braden, what your thoughts are. Who do you think's gonna get the dub? Jesse Love winning for real this time. Jesse Love, okay, I could see it. This is the last nose piece that I have to cut before putting on the car. Oh my goodness. Jesse Love. I don't have anything wrong. Like, I have nothing against Jesse Love. I just, like, I feel bad for him to some degree about the way that last year's championship went. Because I'm not saying that they didn't deserve it. That's not really my point. They played the system as it was, and they played it correctly. They brought a really good car to Phoenix. They had a shot. They took that opportunity, and they won the race. Nothing against them for doing that. My gripes are obviously with NASCAR, the sanctioning body. Raj, another one. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yep, I think he has a shot at it as well. I think you're right. Corey Day's also been running pretty well, and I don't really care much for Corey Day, but yeah, he's been running pretty well also in the 17. But yeah, so my gripes are not with Jesse Love. They did what they needed to do for that championship. As Zilch fans thought. Yeah, exactly. I don't. And the craziest thing about that is he didn't even have a bad race. He was up front. He led laps. He was in contention at the end, and he still finished in the top 5. Like, another top 5. The last melon. Yeah, the last melon. Yeah, so, from Zilich's standpoint, like, they kind of did what they needed to do. Like, under any other legitimate point system, that final race was, like, they did what they needed to do. So I am. We're working on it. We're working on it. So, yeah, and again, take nothing away from Jesse Love. I just feel like that also kind of that overshadows his championship because everyone's talking about how illegitimate it was. Which again, I would agree, but I would empathize or sympathize, whatever the word is, with the 2 team in that they don't deserve the hate that they got from winning that championship. However illegitimate it was, which it was, but, it's not their fault. So, yeah, obviously I would like to see him continue to do well. I'll be honest, I've been surprised with Trackhouse's lack of performance, let's say, in the Cup Series this year. SVG's kind of been carrying the team, which I didn't anticipate happening. Zilich has just kind of been there. Ross has been there also, I guess, kind of. So, yeah, it's been really strange. It's been a really strange start to the year for that team. I thought, perhaps wrongly, I thought they were going to have a dominant year. I thought they were going to win a ton of races, and they still might. The year is still young-ish. But man, they've looked off. And SVG, dude's figuring out the ovals. The dude is figuring out the ovals, and I said this at the beginning of the year. You guys can go back in the streams and find it. I said that he will make the points, the chase, on merit just by how well he does driving. And I maintain that. I still think that's going to be the case because the dude's figuring out the ovals. So, yeah, I do think SVG is going to he's obviously going to win a road course this year. I don't see him not winning on a road course. But I also potentially, it would not surprise me if he won on an oval either. It would not surprise me. Do I think it will happen? Probably not, but it definitely could. It definitely could. So, let me go get these cars to show you guys. So here's the Kyle Busch ARCA car that we're going to be decaling soon. This one is like a nice red color and white on the front. So this is ARCA car from 2002. I've shown you the decals. So opening hood, trunk, no roof flaps though. RC road course is going to be fun. And then road courses are going to be fun to watch. If Trackhouse isn't true. If they can figure their stuff out, yeah, those two will put on a pretty good show. And then like William Byron's been decent at road courses in the next gen car. Hamlin's decent, some of them. But yeah, this is the Bobby Labonte car. The red that I used for this car is awesome. Now I still have to paint this shark fin. I still have to do that. I have to paint this back window shark fin, and then I'm gonna be printing out and then also painting this front splitter, which I modeled that up. So I almost thought it was a 2000, but no. You're thinking of Kevin Harvick's 2011 paint scheme. Hold on, I'll pull that up. I know exactly which one you're thinking. Kevin Harvick 2011. You're thinking of this one, which you're right. I absolutely could see it. You're thinking of this one. Yup. Looks pretty darn similar. Yeah. This one is a Coke Zero, though. So it is a little different. Well, the beverage, it is a beverage paint scheme. You're right about that. This car was run in 2010, though. So this car was run before that car. But I think you were thinking of this one, right? Or, wait a minute, are you talking about this one? Because this was also the first I guess. Yeah, because you're okay, I see, because you're talking about this. You're talking about this car. Yeah. Yep, okay. I see. You're right. I could see it. You're right. All right. It's a little different. Well, I mean, I'm colorblind, but the red's a little bit different. And then they have the white roof. Kyle's is the red roof in. But, yeah, and they had the white side skirts down the bottom. I think the Coca-Cola car looks closer to the Kevin Harvick 2011 Budweiser car, but I could see where your head's at with that one. So, yeah, we have these 3 cars to work on. I think we're going to do the Ryan Sieg car on Sunday night. We'll do this one. They're all cleared. They're ready to go. I just have to do a little bit of touch-up on them in a few spots here or there, but overall, pretty pleased with the way that they turned out. Yeah, so plenty to do and a lot of like cool things coming up on stream. So not that these aren't cool, but I'm ready to be done with them. I don't even know if I'll make a video. I'll probably just make a short. I don't love shorts, but I'll probably just make one of those. This one might, I don't know what I'm doing with this one. I'll probably sell this one or something, but this is one of my favorites so far, just simply because of the cool red color. So, not really sure what I'm going to do with that at the moment. Don't think I'm going to keep it. I just had to get rid of the car. I've had that car sitting in my stockpile for a very, very long time. You guys still like the background music? I mean, I don't hear it, so I'm gonna solely listen to your feedback. If nobody's in the chat and the streams are boring, I'll turn on the background music and listen to it. But you guys have been pretty entertaining lately, so I haven't really done that too often. It's train o'clock. Don't know if you can hear that. Freight train's rolling through. It's always train o'clock at this house. But yeah, that's about it. Just tons and tons and tons of things to be working on. Tons of things to be doing. I'm so ready to be done with these cars. I can't. So I guess we could talk about Talladega. The plan tentatively right now is to drive down. It's only about 9 hours. So interestingly enough, it's 9 hours to my cousin's house, and then it's another 2 to the track. So we'll likely drive down there, stay with them, drive to the track, and then train. Yeah, you might be a little delayed on the audio or on the chat, but yeah, I'm trust me, everybody's ready to move on. That's why nobody watches the streams anymore. Why is the camera not focused either? Has it been blurry the whole time? That's annoying. Hold on, let me go like this. Like this. Do that. I was messing with the camera because Camo now supports 2 different cameras. There we go. And I was thinking about adding another camera angle to the streams, but I don't really know if it would be super necessary. So it's a thought. But anyway, I would drive down. Good and clear. Okay. I would drive down on Friday, stay there Saturday, go to the race, and then drive back on Sunday. It'd be a quick trip, but I really want to hand deliver these to Cody, mainly because I don't want them to get lost in the mail. I've worked on them for so long. Like, you guys have obviously been here for most of the time that we've been working on these. Like, I don't want them to get lost in the mail, and if I can control it and hand deliver it to him, then that would allow me to rest easy. Because we also do still have to do all of the boxes. We just have to tape them all together. We have them all printed out. We printed them out like months ago in anticipation that I would get these things done a long time ago. And, you know, it's taken me a while to get to it. But we are finally at the end. So, yeah, so we got to do all those boxes, which shouldn't really take too long. And then, yeah, I want to hand deliver them to Cody. And Talladega, as of right now, Talladega is his last planned race. So, since our cousins live pretty close to the track, I figured we could possibly make that work. So, that's the thought. I really wish he would come to Michigan. That would be much, much easier for me logistically in general. But it sounds like Smoking the Bandit run. Yeah, we're gonna run down there and run back. Hopefully old Buford T. Justice doesn't come after us. Great movie, by the way. Classic movie. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Oh, a new message. Oh, speaking of that, Cody did message me about the donor cars for the next batch. I gotta text my buddy and ask him. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the money. We'll talk about that later. Classic for sure. Yeah, absolutely. What I'm not looking forward to is getting all those cars and having to sandblast them all again. Do the same thing. I think I'm just going to take one Saturday and just commit to doing it all at once, instead of dragging out, or a Saturday and Sunday back to back and just knocking them all out. I got to get the cars first, though. I got to get the money for them. There's a lot that still needs to be done. Emergency. Yeah, I'll have to text my buddy. I hope everybody likes these cars. Do you ever make old time cars? I have one I'd like to replicate. No. I'm not taking on any more projects. An old time one, huh? What is it, like a 55 Chevy truck? I think you're the only one here. That's what the YouTube count says. One watcher. Nah. Nope. Red alert. 1964 Continental. Now that's a boat. That's a beast of a car. Is it a convertible? Is it the convertible with the suicide doors on it? I think I've seen one of those. One or two of those. Stream's kind of chumpy today. Kind of unfortunate. I was looking forward to it a little bit, if I'm being honest, because this was the last time I'd be working on these cars, but it's fine. It's all good. Hey, honestly, maybe I'll just end it at 9:30 and go record my D'Agostini to get that done. If we're not going to have a gangbuster of a stream, then that's fine with me. Black convertible. Everybody's... Yeah, maybe. Everybody's busy for Easter. I mean, Monday, Thursday, but that's probably where Nice is, honestly. He's probably... Because his time zone's a little different, so he's probably at Monday, Thursday service. That would make sense. Whoops. Yeah, maybe I'll just end it in 10 minutes, unless a bunch of people hop in, and then I'll just go work on my D'Agostini. I'll grab some assembly oil, some vegetable oil for this puppy, crank it down. Resurrection Easter Sunday. Yeah, well, we'll be live Sunday evening again. Indeed. Yeah. So yeah, we need... I do have some Endura. I could spray that in here. Some Endura. Finally getting good at making these cars. Nachos and some chips or some ice cream. I don't think we have any ice cream here, but maybe we'll have some, I don't know, maybe some chips and salsa sound pretty good, or chips and queso, something like that, maybe. End it early, enjoy your... Awesome at making what? The cars? The videos? Chips and salsa? Nachos? Yeah, I'll probably just, we'll do this other hood decal here. And then buffalo wings. Might actually go on Saturday when we go out. Maybe I'll get buffalo wings. We'll stop at the old Quaker Steak and Lube. That's always a good time. All of the above. Well, I appreciate it. I'm trying. We're getting somewhere, maybe. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Kind of, like I said, kind of an unfortunate stream. Everybody's busy tonight, but that's okay. So, we'll end it here shortly. And then I'll go, which is fine because it'll actually give me a little bit more time to work on the D'Agostini model tonight. And I don't have any complaints about having more time to do that. Yeah, a fan of favorite Quaker Steak. Yeah, they're it's one of my favorite restaurants. They have a lot of good flavors for their wings, but also the menu's pretty good aside from the wings. I enjoy obviously like the grilled chicken wrap, or I guess you can do fried chicken wrap, or breaded chicken wrap, I mean. But that's good. Then they have like some of their burgers are pretty good. We got some of their breakfast stuff, actually. I was really surprised about that. They had a breakfast skillet. That was really good. Now, they're not a breakfast place. Buckeye Barbecue, that's the sauce. That's the best one there, in my opinion, because it's hot, but it still has some flavor, and it's not so hot that, like, you can't taste anything. So I really like the Buckeye Barbecue. Supercharged, which used to be called Suicide, but they, things. Supercharged is it's a little too hot, and it doesn't have a ton of flavor. I will get that every now and then, but it's been a while since I've had that one. I don't really love it because it's just hot. It doesn't really taste like a ton. Awesome sauce. Smoked honey jalapeno is also another one of my favorite ones, just because it's sweet, but it's also spicy. I guess Buckeye Barbecue is a little bit sweet too. But then they also have a dusted mango habanero that's really good. And sometimes you get a lot of the seasoning on it, and other times you don't. And it's better with more seasoning, obviously. So yeah, the dusted mango habanero is a good one. Again, it's sweet with spicy, so there's a theme, obviously. What other ones? Arizona Ranch is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of ranch in general, but that one's pretty good. Louisiana Liquors is good. There's yum sauce. Yeah. That stuff's pretty good. Not entirely sure what that is. What others? Garlic Parmesan is pretty good. There's a hot Parmesan as well. Oh, pepper Parmesan. There's a couple different Parmesan flavors. Yeah, anything's better with more sauce, though. I agree. I have not done the triple atomic. I just don't feel like putting myself through that. That sounds terrible. It just sounds like an awful time. They have, like, Thai cracker is a pretty good one. Asian sesame is okay. Like, they're not my go-to sauces, but they're decent. Like, they're solid. They're good. I don't know if I've had one that I dislike. That's a good thought. Have I disliked any of the sauces? I'm not sure. I don't really know if there have been any. I know if you get onion rings, Louisiana Liquors, they bring you with onion rings, and that's a really good combination. The onion rings plus the Louisiana Liquors sauce. I know it's a wing sauce, but instead of putting like ketchup or something on your onion rings, they'll bring the Louisiana Liquors, and that is really good. I do like that. What else? I mean, we could pull up the menu. It's probably a bad idea because I am somewhat hungry a little bit. So if we're looking at wing flavors, that'll be... Any thoughts on Zaxby's? You know, Braden, I don't think I've ever had Zaxby's. I've had Bojangles. Bojangles was solid. I don't think I've ever actually had Zaxby's. I know John West Townley drove the Zaxby's truck because I'm fairly certain somebody he was related to owned it. Yeah, the buffet was great. They kind of do something a little bit similar to that now. It's not quite a buffet, but I think you can try a bunch of different flavors, or at least you could. They might have taken that away too. Whereas like basically unlimited wings, and you could just get different flavors for each order, which was awesome. So like they would bring you out like 6 wings of one flavor, and then you could try them, and then get another order of 6 of a different flavor. Jim and Nick's barbecue. Yeah, at the Lion L events, Jim and Nick's was always good. His dad co-founded it. Okay. Yeah, I thought there was some connection. I don't exactly remember. I mean, if his dad co-founded it, like, that doesn't surprise me, because they sponsored him for a while. I don't know whatever happened to him. Their chicken is pretty decent. Fries could be better, though. It's been such a long time. Braden, would you consider it fast food? Because I couldn't tell you the last time I ate fast food. Specifically like at a chicken joint either. Like, I know Cane's is a popular one. I don't think I've had that. I don't know if I've ever actually had it. I know Culver's is popular. It's kind of a northern Midwest kind of deal. I'm trying to think of I've had Chick-fil-A, but not too recently, pretty much. Nice. Gotta go soon. Well, I'm glad to have you here. It's been kind of a boring stream. Like, there hasn't been a ton going on. Braden and George Resco here have pretty much been holding up the ship the whole time. My assumption is that you have Maundy Thursday service tonight to go to. That's why you can't be on the stream. But yeah, it's good to see you here. Hopefully you're doing well. I know I haven't emailed you about the Ryan Sieg picture for the Watkins Glen car. I got to get to that at some point. So yeah, don't worry. I'll get to it at some point. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I saw your message earlier that you weren't going to be on, but glad to see you join for a little bit anyway. Yeah, we're just trying to wrap these cars up. We're talking about buffalo or chicken wing flavors. I love chicken wings. I could probably eat chicken wings every day for dinner. Like, if you had to pick a food to eat for the rest of your life only, I think chicken wings, because you can put so many different sauces on them. I know it's the same thing, but now if you limited me to one sauce, then obviously that would be unfortunate. But chicken wings are S tier, top of the line. Speaking of building, what do you think of the Black Pearl Lego? Looks fun. I still need to build my World Cup trophy. But the Black Pearl looks cool. More soccer coaching. I have finished the initial sketch for your drawing. Confirmations, take your time with reaching out. I don't mind. So you're coaching soccer? That's cool. I coached for quite a few years. Coached, reffed, played. Yeah, it's a good time. If I have a suggestion, it would be get involved in reffing at a younger age. Reffing and or coaching. Do it younger, because especially if you're kind of if you're a a very thoughtful person about the sport, then do it from a younger age and get that experience, because you can move up the ladder pretty quickly, pretty well, with both reffing and coaching. I know we kind of talked about that a little bit ago. We've mentioned that, but yeah, if I had somebody telling me that when I was younger, it would have been a little different, because I don't think we would have started the channel, because I would have been reffing or something. But yeah, that would be my suggestion. Nice if you're serious about it and want to, pursue that a little bit more. That would be my advice. You don't have to take it. I'm just, offering unsolicited advice. I will send you an email. I promise. I will. I know you don't mind waiting a bit, but yeah, I will get that over to you sometime in the not too distant future. My birthday's next week, so we have a lot between now and then. How did the C guys do last year's? That's a good question. I can look it up. Racing reference. Hopefully they do great this year. $2025. Rockingham. Sammy Smith won it last year. Didn't know that. I know Jeremy got a top 10. He did. He finished 10th. Ryan finished 18th, and Kyle finished 20th. Ryan led 77 laps. Oh! I feel like I remember that. They had a bad pit stop or something. They were on a different strategy. There was some sort of something. I remember that. Did they get off sequence or something? I feel like they were off sequence. There was something. That was after half the field got wiped out. All right, we'll see you. Jeez, we'll see you hopefully on Sunday. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by for a couple seconds. Yeah, accident. Yeah, lots of accidents. I remember being at the race and thinking the finish was gonna be a Martinsville. Oh, so you went to the... Braden, are you going to the races this weekend? Because you're close to Darlington, so Rockingham's probably not that far for you. Yeah, I don't really remember a ton from this race. Didn't... Casey Kane was in this, wasn't he? I do have a story to share Sunday, so I'm looking forward. All right, well, write it down. Don't forget, because we'll be here. Oh, cool. You're going this weekend, Braden? Well, I hope you have fun. That'll be a good time. We'll have plenty to talk about on Sunday when we get back. And then nice, I'm looking forward to hearing your story, whatever it may be. So, yeah, looking forward to Sunday. Obviously, Easter Sunday, more important than whatever we're doing here, but it's always fun to hang out with you guys. So yeah, looking forward to hearing your stories on Sunday. We'll keep going for a little bit more, maybe 15 more minutes. Hopefully Ryan can run well this weekend. Oh, one other thing too, semi-related to that, is Brad Perez, the car that he raced at Martinsville, is up for pre-order on Lionel. And my buddy texted me, or I messaged him, and I'm like, hey, does he still want the car? Because Lionel's making it. I'm like, do I need to even make it? And he's like, yeah, he wants the raced version still. So I'm still on the hook for that car. Anthony, what's up, dude? We're chilling tonight. We're hanging out. You know, it's not been the craziest of streams, but yeah, we're working on the last set of cars here for Cody. We talked about the Rockingham races this weekend. Nice popped in for a little bit. He had to hop back out. He's working on some soccer stuff, which I respect. You love to see that. Braden's been here holding up the chat all night, pretty much. So, yeah, it's been all right. It's been all right. Hopefully you're doing well out there down in the old Smoky Mountain area. Actually, I don't know if that's the Smoky Mountain. I think that's close to you. But yeah, just we had Maundy Thursday service tonight where we went and had dinner, then a little service after dinner. So we it's been a good night so far. 3D printed some stuff. If you haven't, vote on the poll. Looks like we're at a 6-3 no 3D printing versus yes 3D printing. Just surprising to me because it has gotten pretty popular, and it's become more available for people, for just the everyday humans. And you know, I feel like more and more people have access to be able to print stuff and to buy cheaper printers. So Easter plans. So we have, like I said, we had our Maundy Thursday service tonight. We have our Good Friday service tomorrow. Nothing on Saturday. But then Sunday, obviously Easter service in the morning. There's a pancake breakfast we're probably going to go to before the service. And then we're going to the in-laws' house this week for their Easter dinner, lunch dinner. And then next weekend is Orthodox Easter. So we're going to go to my other grandparents' Easter, or my other grandparents' house for for Orthodox Easter, because that side of the family is like Russian Ukrainian, so they have like a little bit more yeah, you could say Christos voskresie, Christ is risen, so that's in Russian. So, and you could say Vostino voskresie, he's risen indeed. So we got a little bit of like that Russian Eastern Orthodox in us. So we're gonna do that side of the family next Sunday. So it actually kind of works out pretty nice because we have the wife's side of the family this weekend on, you know, the normal Easter, I guess you could call it. And then next weekend on Orthodox Easter, we have my side of the family. So yeah, looking forward to it. Just spending time with family, of course, the most important thing, really. How about you guys? Any big plans? I mean, typically we just have dinner. So, yeah, we don't really do too many crazy things, I guess. But, yeah. I got baptized March 9th, 2020. March 9th? Dude, that was... Oh, wait. That was... But still, that was last year. That's exciting. That's awesome. I mean, I got baptized as a baby, so I don't remember it. but I do think that's awesome. We just had a family friend of ours get baptized like a month ago as well. So, congratulations on that. I know it's a year late, but that is very good news to hear. Now, it's interesting because, like, some people are under the misconception that, like, as soon as you get baptized, your life becomes easier. And that's not necessarily always the case. So, hopefully you're doing well in your walk in that sense. So yeah, if you've had any challenges or roadblocks or different things, or if it's all been good, because I know, you know, God has different plans for everybody, so he could be using you in different ways. That's really cool, though. I'm excited for you. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I am. I'm sure you've seen at the end of the streams the verse, Colossians 3:23. So, never too late to try. Right. Never too late. Well, it is too late. Well, I guess it's not too late, but yeah, one of the funniest, I guess, apologetic related things is like, if Christianity is true, and Jesus was who he said he was, and he did die and rise from the dead, that's the most important thing that you can believe in, and obviously it has eternal ramifications. And if it's true, and not a lot of people believe it, then they're in trouble. If it's not true, then you live a good life and you die, no big deal. But if it is true, eternal ramifications. Sometimes struggle. That's part of the whole sanctification process. James Halliday hopping in here. How are you doing this evening? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Anthony, it doesn't get easier, but now you understand. You know what I mean? Like, now you understand a little bit more. So yeah, it's one of those things where I always say, like, Christianity is the easiest, most difficult thing you'll ever choose to do, because for salvation, you just have to accept the free gift from God through his grace by accepting Jesus into your heart and surrendering your life and turning away from your sin. Very simple thing. But at the same time, life is still difficult, right? We still mess up because all of us fall short of the glory of God, right? So, you know, it's very simple what you have to do, but it's still incredibly difficult. So, yeah, never feel like it's, you know, it's hopeless or anything like that, because it's definitely easy to get down on yourself. And yeah, like you said, it's steps at a time. So it's that whole sanctification process. That might be, I don't know if you've heard that word before, but it's basically like the process of becoming more Christ-like and holy throughout your entire life. You learn and you evolve and you grow as a Christian, as a person. So yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, but I'm excited for you, and obviously hope the best for you as you continue on your journey. And I'm sure this won't be the last time we have these sorts of discussions on stream, because they're very important. So yeah, keep up the good work and keep learning, keep taking those steps forward. James, good to see you. I'm doing well as well. I am very excited to be done with these cars soon, as I've said numerous times. So, yes, this is the last batch. These are the last 4 cars. I cleared the other 12 over the weekend, so I just have to put those together, and then those are all done. And then these ones I'm going to try and get them done maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, so I could clear them on Saturday potentially, which would be awesome if I can do that. And then these ones will be done. Then I just have to put all the boxes together, which we've already printed them, so we just have to fold them, score them, fold them, and tape them together. And then the boxes will be done, and I can put all of the cars and all of the boxes. I don't feel like making a full video, but I'll probably make a short, and then I'll also make a short. Maybe I'll just make it delivering them all to Cody. Do a little editing. Tim, late to the party? It's fine. See, it's funny. It's funny because I was going to hop off at like 9:30, And then I started putting a couple more decals on, and then Braden hopped back in and he was chatting, and then Anthony hopped in, then James hopped in. So like, you know, we're still going. Party's still happening. We're going to end it early, but I'm going to work on these anyway. So if I wasn't going to be here doing this, I was going to end the stream and then work on the D'Agostini, which I know we have a few people on the channel that like to keep me honest. They like to remind me and ask me, when's the next D'Agostini video coming out? So my plan is to probably do that tonight. I don't know. I got a lot of things to do. So yeah, whether you're late or not, I'm just glad that you're here to hang out and chat a little bit. So yeah, we're having a good time. The cars are coming together nicely. Sunday's going to be a different stream. Regardless of whether or not I get these done on stream or not, Sunday's going to be something different. I'm sick of working on these on stream. So we're going to do Ryan Sieg car on Sunday. I'm excited for that. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm actually working from home on Monday. Oh yeah, I'm working from home on Monday. So maybe we could push the stream back a little bit since it's Easter Sunday. Absolutely, Anthony. You know, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Nobody does. But if you ever have questions or need somebody to talk to, I mean, my Twitter DMs are open, so you can definitely message me on there if you have any questions or just want to talk about something. Like I said, I'm not an expert. Nobody is, but I'm always willing to have conversations. Conversations are very, very important. Doesn't matter what the topic is, just being able to have conversations. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very important. Oh, and if you're wondering what this is, so this kind of prompted the poll question tonight. I see no is obliterating yes as far as the results go, but I got my 3D printer back up and running today and have printed a few things. And this is so this fixture that our camera and our light are on, it goes behind my monitor, and there's a hole in the desk where you can run the cords up through, cables. And the thing that was in it here was this. So I kind of like redesigned it a little bit to have this hole and this brick. So this brick basically, the stem, because it was in this, it sits down in here, but it would rotate. And this clamp, I just didn't like it. So I designed this up to sit the stem in here like that, and then it kind of sits around this brick to kind of prevent it from rotating. And then I added some holes so you could run some cables up through here. And the first one that I made, which is it's sitting in there now, it works great, except it can still rotate. So what I did was I added some threads to the bottom of this so that I can drop this in the top, put this underneath the bottom, and then crank it down and then tighten it so that it doesn't rotate. So the one thing though is the threads are a little tight, so I'm gonna have to get some Endura, some WD-40, some vegetable oil, something to just put on here so we can twist it a little bit easier. But yeah, I think it's gonna work. It's already working better than having it in here with the clamp. So yeah, that's what this is. I'm just messing with it while we work on this. But yeah, in the process of not spending, I get that. I understand that. So they're not terribly expensive these days, but you can find relatively cheap ones. Actually, the one I bought is 50% off right now. So it was like a $700 printer. Now it's like $350 or something. So nice. I'm glad you can stay a little longer. You know, like I said, we were going to end the stream, but since you guys are here, we're chilling. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Or the rest of the stream. Yeah, I don't know how long we're going to keep going, but I mean, as long as you guys are here, we'll stay live. I mean, now nothing crazy, like we're not going to midnight or anything like that. Let's not. We're going to have to end the stream at some point, but yeah, I mean, we'll keep streaming for a little bit. I want to get these cars done, so yeah, my intention is to take them to Cody, hand deliver them at Talladega in about three and a half weeks. It's a 9-hour drive from my house down to Talladega. Actually a 9-hour drive to my cousin's house in Alabama. 3 hours behind midnight stream. I don't know. I'm tired and I'm hungry. We were talking about chicken wings earlier and different wing flavors, sauce flavors. Maybe we could do an all-night stream sometime. Not today. We could do like a 24-hour stream or something. Nah, that's crazy. I could not. I'm not nearly good enough to do that. I mean, could you imagine the amount of cars we could decal though in 24 hours if I just sat and committed to it the whole time? We could get some serious stuff done. But yeah, it's a 9-hour drive down from our house to our cousin's house in Alabama, and then it's another roughly 2 hours to the track from their house. So my plan is to do, which I still have to talk to them, but should be okay, is to do, okay, hold up. 24-hour diecast collection stream. We could just go through all the cars in my collection. Hold on. Everything in the basement? Dude, there's so much in the basement. Honestly, it might take more than 24 hours. Boss is in. Bosnian. So you're Bosnian, right? And do you follow the World Cup at all? Do you follow international football at all? Hold on. Let me just double check because I think I'm right, but hold on. Let me just double check. World Cup teams. I'm pretty sure the field has been set for the World Cup, right? All of the teams are in. Are all of the teams in? No, not yet. Wait, yeah, they are. Bosnia was telling me about how he beat Italy. Okay, yeah, that's right. Bosnia and Herzegovina have qualified for the World Cup, right? That's correct. I do not follow the World Cup happening, but okay, yeah, they qualified. That's right. You're Italian and you're mad. Italian and mad. Yeah. Sad Italy noises. Yeah, Bosnia and Herzegovina, they did qualify. Okay, we're gonna go with Nice's story really quick though. Have you ever heard of Ranch or the Fly? I don't think so. You're gonna have to enlighten me. I'm ready. Hit me with the knowledge. Is this something I should look up? I can look it up. We'll do it. We'll do this in real time. Are you fired up for Gordon Drive? Yes and no. I'm a little Wait, Bosnia's in a group with the U.S., Canada. Well, they can't. Hold on, wait. No, I'll look it up. They can't be in a group with the U.S. and Canada because they're in two separate groups. U.S., Canada, Mexico are the three hosts, but they're all in separate groups. Hold on, I'll look it up. Hold on, we got multiple things going on here. This is a stream. Now this is streaming. We got like the chats rolling with like 3 different things right now. I'm trying to keep up with it. This is fun. World Cup groups. All right. Yes and no about Gordon driving in the IROC race, just because like the dude's old. it's not gonna be the same. But it'll still be cool. It'll still be cool. Okay, so we have old sprint car driver who raced against drivers. Okay, I do know who Steve Kinzer and Sammy Swindell are. I do know those drivers. My dad was like, "Hey, buy parts from a guy who is really into racing. I guess he raced at some point. If you ever heard." And I'm like, "The run." Oh, really? That's funny. So your dad didn't even know? Like some guy that's pretty into racing. You guess he raced at some point. Yeah, so yeah, Ron Schumann. Canada, Qatar, and Switzerland. Okay. Oh, he's from Arizona. He won a lot. Looks like he won a lot of Ryan's my middle name, by the way. So is it Anthony Ryan? Is that why the R is in front of your name? That's why it says Ranthony? Because that keeps, like, every time I see it, that throws me off. So what do you want, Anthony or Ryan? You tell me. I'll call you whatever you want me to, within reason. So nice. The Ron Schumann. Did your dad? Was that like? Did that blow your dad away? He's like, I don't know who that is, but you seem to know. So we talked with him, and Ron sent me a hero card T-shirt and a few. Whoa, that's cool. All right, throw up some confettis and hearts and stuff in the chat. That's cool. That's awesome. That's super nice of him to do that as well. So I've been watching those while I have time. That's really cool. Anthony's okay. All right, Anthony it is. Well, that's really neat to hear. You know, you love to see when people are genuine and nice like that. I think that's neat. That's really cool. That's a fun story to have, and also obviously good on him for doing that for you. I'm still gonna say Ranthony. Yeah, I know. Every time I have to catch myself. It's right. I don't want to get involved. I don't need to get into this. Oh no. FIFA's gonna crash my computer. All right, so I'm just gonna close that. But that's cool. So hold on, I gotta scroll back up. Canada, Qatar, and Switzerland. Ooh, I don't know. That's like kind of a wide open group, but also kind of tough. Like depending upon which Canada shows up. Qatar is like pretty hit or miss. Like they hosted the last World Cup, but they're not like really a good team. I mean, there's a chance that you guys could get out of that group. There is a chance. That's the whole thing about the World Cup. There's a chance for every team to get out of every group. Did we determine who's Man, you guys must be like, you missed earlier in the stream, but you have the same mindset. We're like a hive mind here on the Diecast Driven channel. We all think the same things. Personally, my heart says Ryan Sieg, but let's see. We'll look at the truck series. Oh yeah, and my heart also says let's see. Anthony's okay. Ryan is like, But it's just Otaiza. Well, whatever. You tell me. It's fine. Either way is fine with me. I want to see the 77. I want to see Carson win on Friday because Carson's just wild child. So I'd like to see Carson win. Who do I think is actually going to win? I don't know. I don't like playing the prediction game. Oh man, sorry everybody. I'd like to see the 93 do well. Caleb Costner. It's like you're going with Brent Cruz. Caleb Costner is like I'm gonna say Caden Honeycutt and Jesse Love. Braden earlier said Jesse Love for the O'Reilly series as well. I want to see the Cletus. I don't think Cletus has a shot. How do I say that? Nedem. I don't know if we're revealing names, but that's not your name to reveal. Technically, it's his, but all right. I want to see the 93 team do well because I know Jason Alexander, he's kind of been helping with them a little bit. So that Caleb Costner team, there's small, underfunded, kind of like family-run team. So, they're not going to win the race, but it'd be nice to see them just, bring the truck home in one piece, complete all the laps kind of deal. That would be cool for those guys. As far as the O'Reilly series goes, all right, Nadim. Ryan, don't expose my name. Well, it's too late for that. It's on the internet. It's out there forever. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh my gosh, you're getting outed twice. Oh, what a time we have on this channel. We're all over the place. I forgot Ryan Sieg led like 70 something laps last year. Hopefully they can do. Tim is not another coworker of Anthony's. I will let those guys disclose their information. I do know, but I'll let them tell you. Tim is my word. Oh, funny. Yeah, hopefully Jeremy Clements does well. Obviously, coworkers. Yeah, they work together on some things. Obviously, hopefully Ryan, Kyle, and Jeremy, they all run well. I mean, what I was saying earlier about Cletus, I don't necessarily think Cletus. I mean, I don't see Cletus getting a top 10. I don't see him getting a top 15. To be honest, I don't see him getting a top 25. What I do see potentially happening is Cletus getting into a wreck with another driver, potentially not of his own doing. Maybe getting caught up in something or not getting out of the way and getting run over. Those are like two likely scenarios in my head. I will be very surprised if he goes the distance without having some sort of contact or interaction with somebody, or the wall. But it'll be interesting. That's for sure. It'll definitely be interesting. So yeah. I don't know. I think he'll probably do okay, but I don't think he will staying out when everyone wins. No, I don't think his crew. I don't know who his crew chief is, but I don't think he would do that. He barely lasted 5 laps in a truck race. Okay, I've said this before. I maintain this. I do think that it was a. He has more experience at the rack. Yeah, okay, so he did do his testing. I also think it was bad on his team and his crew chief and all of the race control, everybody involved in that particular team. It was a bad idea to let him be a part of the pack right off the rip. Because there's so much air moving around, there's so much turbulence, and that was ultimately what got him, and he overcorrected and took himself out. So ultimately, like, I don't put the blame solely on him, but I do put a lot of it on the team. My pick, Anthony Alfredo, because his nickname is Fast Pasta, so that's a good choice. That's a good shout. I also like pasta. Who doesn't like pasta? That's the real question. Pasta's great. I would agree with needing Cup back at the Rock, but not with the next gen car. I hate the next gen car. Maybe it would race well. Maybe it would. But if they're going to bring back Cup, do it after they get rid of this next gen car. Which I don't know when that's going to be, or who knows when that's going to be. But yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure I've told you guys what my thoughts are in the situation. Take the O'Reilly car, do nothing to it except add horsepower, bring it to Cup. That's it. That's all they need to do. You would have better racing, and especially with more power, you would have more tire degradation and cars harder to drive and harder to handle. That's all you would need to do. Gen 6 car would probably race good there. Yeah, that car would. Yeah, it would. Hasn't said hello to Milo the cat in a while. Well, hello, Milo the cat. Hopefully you are doing whatever cats do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of cats, but hopefully you're doing well. Yes, more O'Reilly cars. They race much better. Saturdays are always more interesting than Sundays now. Here's the two things I would do, and I have actually thought about this since watching IndyCar a lot lately. I would have Goodyear bring 2 different compounds to the race, pretty much what IndyCar does with Firestone. Bring 2 compounds to the race, a hard and a soft. They have to run one of each, and give them, depending upon the track, give them 4 sets of each. If they have 8 sets, or 5 sets of each, or 6 sets of each, if you're Darlington or Homestead or whatever. Give the teams options. I don't know. That after watching IndyCar more and more lately, I love that idea. Bring two compounds to the track, let the team for all of the tracks. And if you do that with with the addition of the O'Reilly cars, oh man, I can dream, can't I? I can dream. That would be beautiful. Sitting on the couch with the cat watching Diecast Driven. I don't know what led you to this position in life, but I appreciate you being here. We're hanging out, we're having a good time. The Zillage car, I have the decals, I've taken the car apart. I'm going to be sandblasting it this weekend, probably on Saturday. So, that one is it's coming down the line, not too far away. Allie is better than Milo. I'm assuming Allie is probably your cat and or dog. I don't want to be in the middle of any pet conflicts here. Maybe that should be, what Zillage car are you doing? My friend Tim asked for Zillage's 2025 Bristol car. It was Click Auto? Is that what it is? Is it something different? It's like an Exalta car. Are the Talladega Nights cars after that? Okay, so about the Talladega Nights cars, I bought 2 donors. I have the donor car for Kurt Busch's 2012 car. I bought an Elite for that. And then I bought a donor car for the Laughing Clown 1999 Elite. So I have those 2 donors. Yeah, we could probably... I think we'll probably do those next, but also Cody's been messaging me about his cars, so I'm not really sure what the order is going to be. Allie is our other cat, alone with Milo and Bella, but Milo is the fan favorite because he is our first cat. Okay, so you got like a cat factory down there. You got lots of cats. That's too many cats for me. We used to have cats when we were growing up, when we were real little, but we've only ever been dog people ever since. Except I don't have any pets. My parents have a dog, and she's a great dog. But I don't need any pets. It's fine with me. I got enough on my plate to worry about. Minnie is our yellow lab and loves to watch Diecast Driven. Yep. No, not more Cody cars. Yeah, so I'm thinking I might not stream those ones. I might just make them off camera and actually work on like fun cars. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 streams with the new car, because it is a different paint scheme, so like maybe we'll do that. But yeah, I'm considering just not streaming those ones or doing like a couple of them, just so you guys can see what they are, and then just doing everything else off camera. Actually, if I figured out, would you mind if I stream the Sieg drawing? Oh, no, I don't mind. You just have to let me know when you do that, because I'll definitely hop in and watch that and be in the chat, and I can I can promote it on my channel. I don't really know how to do that, but yeah, sure. Yeah, that would be fun. If I figured it out, would you mind? No, I don't mind at all. That's the great thing about the internet, is you can kind of do whatever you want within reason. I would fight a wounded grizzly bear over my kitties. Would you fight a non-wounded grizzly bear over your cats? Like, let's say this... I will make sure not to overlap with your streams. You can overlap my stream. It's fine. You can do whatever you want. Don't cater to me. Do whatever you want. But if it is overlapped with one of my streams, then I can't watch it, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, that'd be cool. Like I said, I'll email you. I know I have to do that. It's been on the back of my mind. Kind of like the side of my mind. There's been too many things going on in my head. But getting back to my question about the wounded grizzly bear, like would you fight a non-wounded, a fully healthy grizzly bear to protect your cats? See, that's the way you say it makes me think like, all right, if this grizzly bear is, it's limping a little bit, it's a little hurt, I'll fight it off. But if that thing's coming at me full speed, I'm like, sorry, cats, like, it's over. Sorry. That's just the perception that I got from this statement. Unless you would fight wounded a grizzly bear. But I don't know. We're talking all sorts of nonsense now. All sorts of nonsense. Now, I did say, how do you feel about... Oh, jeez. I talked about it, what was it, 2 or 3 streams ago. My opinion on the Daniel Dye situation is this. I have no problem with rules so long as they're applied equally. And what I mean by that is... Let's look at, like, you have the Kyle Larson incident. Semi-similar this Daniel Dye incident. Words. They're getting in trouble over words. I don't think you should be getting in trouble over words. With that being said, I understand that they represent their companies. They represent NASCAR, sure, to some degree. So I understand it from that standpoint. On the flip side, you have the whole Bubba Wallace garage pole noose situation, where like it's all fake. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're right. So I think Jeremy. Yeah, I feel like I remember that, but again, like you had that whole situation, and like all of NASCAR rallied behind him. Blah blah blah. It was a whole big thing. And then you had the whole Drewski situation where he dressed up in whiteface and came to the racetrack, and everybody loved that. So like it's very inconsistent. I would just like some consistency. So yeah, and nice. I feel like I remember that, but not like all that well. So he still raced. So there's no consistency. Like that's the best thing NASCAR is being inconsistent. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's their rules or how they treat different teams or cautions or whatever. NASCAR is really, 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 really good at being inconsistent. That's like their best quality. Whether it's like throwing a caution when they're 50 feet from the finish line when there's a crash, or on the backstretch, or different things like that. So my opinion is that I don't like censoring anybody's ability to speak. Again, with that being said, I know that YouTube has its own terms and services that you have to abide by when you're on their platform. I also get that the drivers represent their companies and their sponsors and their teams and NASCAR and all of that. So I understand all of that. But at the same time, like, what he did was, I mean, pretty innocuous. Like, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I watched the video. He made a comment in a little bit of a voice change, but he's a pretty young kid too. So like, kids say stupid things. So I don't know. It's overall it's disappointing. I don't like it just in general. But yeah, NASCAR's been consistently inconsistent since 1948, and that's true. And it's disappointing that we are where we are. But yeah, I mean, I hope he comes back and does well and all that, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So, cause like the whole garage pull thing, like I've never heard an apology for that. I've never heard a retraction. I've never heard anything like that ever since. And then the same thing with like the whole Drewski situation. If somebody did blackface and came to a NASCAR race, or just did anything in blackface, the whole world would melt down. But Drewski did whiteface and everybody loved it. It's just the inconsistency that really annoys me. Like I said, I don't care if the rules are applied equally. That's perfectly fine. Like, I think either both should be allowed or neither should be allowed. But to allow one and then not the other is, I don't know. It's frustrating. Knowing Daniel Dye, he's going to come back and he'll be like, I hope he does. I hope he does, and I hope he does well. Like, he's like, 18 or 19 years old? He's pretty young. So, hopefully he is able to bounce back from this, but we've become yeah, I mean, yes. Overarchingly, I agree. Like, everybody gets offended by everything, and the really frustrating thing about that in general is there's this like severe case of main character syndrome that everybody has, where everyone thinks the world revolves around them when it really doesn't. if Michael Waltrip Racing was still around, I'm sure he'd feel the track. Yeah, probably. But yeah, I'm glad he races here where he doesn't get glazed. Yeah, well, the Fox booth is just I don't even know what to call it. It's something. That's for sure. Yeah, the double standards are really frustrating to deal with, and just to constantly be bombarded with, I don't know, messaging across the board is frustrating. That's why, honestly, deleting Twitter off of my phone for Lent, I'm not going to put it back on my phone after Lent's over. I'm leaving it off. I don't need it. It's so good to not have that on my phone. Like, I'll check Twitter, when I get home from work and I'm working on, like, the diecast stuff. I'll have my laptop open, whether I'm working on videos or decals or something. So I'll check and see if I missed anything, but normally I don't miss too much. So yeah, not having Twitter on my phone is great, and not having bombarded with information and all that kind of stuff is nice. See, I don't know anything about Drewski. I've heard he's funny. I don't know anything about him. But I know if the shoe was on the other foot, the whole world would melt down. But I mean, I find it funny. I have no problem with it. It kind of is funny. Humor is a good way to kind of heal divides in people. Like, we can all laugh at something about ourselves, or about, our groups, or whatever you want to call it. We can all laugh about something, and that's kind of what brings everybody together. So I don't see the reason why it's so frowned upon to laugh at ourselves, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. If Fox was actually good, they'd bring back Rick Allen after his tenure at NBC. I liked Rick Allen when he was in the truck booth. Once he got up to Cup, I had a very negative view towards Rick Allen's announcing. I don't know why. He was fine, I guess. But yeah, I saw he did like a football game or something, college football. And if he's doing bowling, that's really cool. Like, I'm glad he's able to do other things other than the NASCAR, or, things that he might want to do or have other opportunities. I think that's kind of cool also. Prime, I don't really remember Prime. Simply Build Different. Yeah, Adam Alexander might be my favorite right now. The O'Reilly booth does a really good job. Adam Alexander is he does a good job of keeping the booth kind of grounded when Jamie and Parker kind of like go off the rails a little bit. Adam Alexander does a pretty good job of bringing it back to reality and calling the race well, but also letting Jamie and Parker kind of do their thing too at times. So I think overall they have like the best booth combination of the three. Cup is a disaster. Mike Joy's been good, but Harvick and Boyer, I don't know if they know what they want to be, but it's just, was it the Las Vegas race where they had Hinchcliffe in there from the IndyCar series? Or no, it must have been Phoenix. And he asked them what they were working on underneath the car, probably like the toe link or something. And Clint Boyer's like, well, I'd be looking at a Wendy's menu right now. Like, dude, that's not that's not the, like, if he said that and then talked about the car in a technical manner, then that would be acceptable. But the dude just carried on after that. Like, he didn't really say anything about the car after he made that Wendy's menu thing. So comment. So yeah, the Cup booth is just, I don't know. I liked that guy. I forgot his name, but the deep voiced guy that did Truck. The deep-voiced guy that did Truck. I hate Clint. And I know Kevin hates him more. Yeah, Fox is gonna Fox. Yeah, I don't like Clint Boyer. I haven't liked Clint Boyer since at least 2012 when him and Gordon got into it. I never liked him really before that. I didn't have anything against him, but ever since him and Gordon got into it, absolutely not a Clint Boyer fan. Fox gonna Fox. Yeah. That's kind of why I watch all the races with the sound off these days. Like I don't listen to the races. Vince Welsh is the guy I'm thinking. Oh, I liked Vince Welsh. Yeah, he was pretty good. He was decent. I liked him. Larson tried to get in the mid. Oh, he got turned. Oh, was that? I think I know, Braden. Was that that was Clint Boyer's Daytona 500 call, wasn't it? Right? Yeah. Oh, he got turned. Well, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, you could go down the list and just listen to some of the greatest calls in NASCAR history. And not all of, that's the thing. Not all of the calls have to be the best calls ever. Like 2003 Darlington or, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. Or the 98 Daytona 500, 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Like, not every call has to be the best. But I think, the standard has sunk so low with Larson tries to get in the mid. Oh, he got turned. That sucks. Scott Douglas of Monster Jam. Scott Douglas of Monster Jam. It's been a minute since I've watched Monster Jam. Vince Welsh may have been bad in the booth, but at least he was unintentionally funny. Surprisingly, I've gone back and watched some of the old TNT broadcasts, and Kyle Petty, as much as I didn't like Kyle Petty, he actually did a decent job in the booth with was it Alan Bestwick? No, it was who else was in the booth with him? I don't remember. But there have been some odd pairings that have actually worked in the booth. So yeah, it just seems like it almost seems like NASCAR can't do anything right at the moment, as far as their booths go, except for the O'Reilly Series and I guess Prime. Maybe it is just a Fox problem. I think you're thinking Bill. Oh, yeah. Bill Weber. R.I.P. to Bill Weber, too. Jeez. And Benny Parsons. Oh, you had Bill Weber, Benny Parsons. Yeah. Good times. Good times. Benny Parsons. Bill Weber. Yep. You got it. See? I know my chat's got me. You guys are the wealth of knowledge that sometimes I am not. Also, look at that poll. 75% of you guys out there have not 3D printed anything before. 12 votes. That's pretty solid. 12 votes. You love to see that. See, I said I was going to be done streaming an hour ago. And here it is, 10:30. We have... I probably do need to stop streaming soon. My favorite Welsh cars were in Fogelman and Christopher Bell upside down. It's Fogelman and Christopher. Harvick sweeps at Bristol. Where are we at, Bill? You baked. Yeah, sometimes the mistakes are the funniest parts. Oh, who's your favorite booth of all time? I mean, I know it might sound I don't know if cliche is the right word to use, but something about mid 2000s Daryl, Larry, and Mike with like Jeff Hammond in the Hollywood Hotel. There was something there. Those guys had chemistry. They had, like, with Dick Berggren on pit road, Chris Devoda, like, they had something. Like, that team and Chris Myers doing, like, the pre-race stuff, that was like, they had the lightning in the bottle. DW, Larry, and Adam. See, here's the thing, though. Like, Mike Joy on the pits, though. Yeah, I like where your head's at because, like, DW, old driver, Larry McReynolds, old crew chief, and then Adam. Because Mike Joy is very analytical. Mike Joy is, he calls well, but he's also very intelligent from, like, the sport aspect of it. So that's a really good setup there. Nice. I like what you've laid out. The thing, like, if I had to pick a dream booth, is like everybody's really, really good at other things. You'd have to like in your instance, Adam Alexander's really good, and so is Mike Joy, but they're in the same position, right? Jamie Little as the main announcer. All right, that's got to be a joke. There's no way. Or are you talking like main pit road announcer? Because, like, everybody has their different qualities that make them good. Parker is good. Yeah, I like Parker. I like Regan Smith. Regan Smith does a really good job. The Josh Sims guy, he does a pretty good job too. He's fairly solid. When do you think Mike Joe will retire? Probably, yeah. I would say probably next year. If he doesn't announce that, like, yeah, probably next year. Yeah, and they would, like, maybe at the end of this year he'll announce that next season will be his last one. And then, yeah, like you said, they'll do a send-off like they did for DW, or, you know, they'll do a bunch of tributes and stuff. I think that's probably likely. I don't see him, man, I don't know if I see him going another 2, 3, 4 years. He's still good. He's still solid, but he's just getting up there in age. You know, that's Father Time is undefeated, and it sucks to say, but I saw an interview from Darrell Waltrip the other day when he was at Darlington, and he's just old. Like, I don't mean to say it, you know, super negatively, but Regan Smith 7, Keselowski 22, Stuart in contact. Who's gonna get through to win the race? Regan Smith 7, Keselowski. So that would have been, was that 2014? Nice. Was that 2014, 2013, 14, 15, something in that time frame? That's a nationwide race, right? Well, obviously because of the numbers. Him talking about DI, not the NASCAR cat. Yeah, it was pretty. I did see that. I thought it was funny. I mean, it was kind of unnecessary. Like, I don't know where it came from. It was kind of out of left field, but it was still, I thought it was pretty funny. Like, I don't know. Okay, Mike Joy. Like, I get it. It's true. But it was just a very off-the-wall thing to say. I'm trying to think of some other calls that I can, like, remember off the top of my head. What was the one where... Was it the 2006 Talladega race where he says, "Oh, he turned him. Oh, he turned him"? Was that when? No. Oh, he turned him. That was Darrell Waltrip who said that. So it wouldn't have been the 06 Talladega race because that was in the fall. Oh, he turned him. I don't remember. I don't know. There's so many things going on in my head. 2008 Richmond. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kyle Busch and Junior. Yeah. Oh, he turned him. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of... I do think that it cannot be underestimated how important having a good play-by-play... Yes, Richmond. That was Brian Vicker. Yeah, so it wasn't DW that called that race. But yeah, Braden's right. It was the 08 Richmond race. I have the best son. I mean, I'm not going to contend with that. I'm not sure. Did he bring you like pizza or something? Did he bring you food? Because that'd put him pretty high up on the list if he brings home food. But yeah, one thing I will say is it cannot be underestimated how important the booth is for the series in general, for all sports. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tom Hamilton, but he's the radio announcer for the Cleveland Indians. Growing up, I did not type that, but I would. That's funny. That's funny. One of my favorite announcers across any sports, across any series, across any, media was Tom Hamilton. Some of his calls for the Indians games would be electric, and you could feel the electricity in his voice through the stadium, through the radio. And he just did and he would also do a really good job of calling it fair for both teams. If he just liked baseball, and if there was a really good baseball play for either team, he would get excited. So Tom Hamilton's got to be one of my favorite all-time announcers just in general. But no, I don't. I haven't watched any of the Cars tour. What is it even on? I guess is my first question. Is it on streaming? Is it on... I think I did see that one. Is that where the car jumped up on top of the other car? Well, not on top, but they made contact, and the one car, basically the tires touched and one of the two got airborne. Was that incident? I did see that, if that's the one you're talking about specifically. It's on Flow, but I just watched highlights. Okay. Yeah, I think I saw that highlight. Maybe I'll have to start in my copious amounts of free time. But yeah, didn't Mini Tyrell say something about not being able to race because of funding or money or something, kind of like poking a jab at NASCAR? That's when the car got ramped on the slow down, wrecked Mini, then he got suspended. Why suspend him? Let him race. Boys have at it. I know that's a NASCAR thing, but I guess don't use your cars as weapons, though. Late models tend to do that for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I've seen that a few times. We're making good progress on these cars tonight. I do have to pee so bad, though. I have drank a lot of water today, and I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. 10:40. All right, we're gonna go for 5 more minutes. We're just gonna do 5 more minutes. We're gonna put these decals on, and then we're gonna call it. Because I gotta go. I need to go get... I don't know what I need to do. I need to stand up. My legs hurt. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. This has been I was getting ready to be done earlier, but you guys came in and saved the day. You made it interesting. So shout outs to all you people, you lovely people in the chat. It's fun to see you guys here, to hang out, work on some stuff, but also chat with you guys. That was kind of like late models, NASCAR, close enough. Yeah, they're pretty similar. That was like the Joey Logano Martin Truex Jr. race at Martinsville in 2018. I think it was 2018, where Truex worked for like how many laps to get by Logano, clean, barely touched him, barely made any contact with him, did it as honestly as clean as you could do it at Martinsville. As soon as the white flag flew, Logano let Truex get ahead of him and then just shunted him out of the way, just moved him out of the way. Like, there's a lot of reasons why I don't like Joey Logano. That was one of them. But the most disappointing thing about that whole incident was Truex saying he won the battle, but he didn't win the war, or something like that. And then immediately the following week, was it the following week? I think it was the next week. He had a chance to win the championship, and he didn't wreck Logano. Like, he could have, and everyone would have been like, yeah, that's just how it is. We want you down south for some go-kart racing. We have a pretty nice go-kart place up here by us. It's, what's the name of it? I don't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's a the reason I don't like the one by us is it's mostly focused on time trials and your lap time versus actually like position on the track, like racing side by side with people, because it's very narrow. It's a kind of a road / street style course. So yeah, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I'm going to be potentially in a couple weeks time going down to Talladega for the ARCA and potentially O'Reilly race on Saturday. And I'll be stopping at the Nashville. Well, all of these plans, what I'm saying is tentative, but I will potentially be stopping at the Nashville Mall to go to Rainforest Cafe on the way home because I love that restaurant. So, double-decker go-kart track indoors. That sounds fun. That sounds pretty cool. Ours is only single floor, just on the ground. But I'm trying to figure out that Talladega, that potential Talladega trip. Yep. I gotta hand deliver these cars to Cody. I am not shipping them. I refuse to ship them after taking like over a year to make them all. I could not. My head would explode if I do all of this work, get all of this stuff done, and then they get lost by USPS. You know, even if I put $1,000 worth of insurance on them, I would feel like trash if they got lost. Now, if I get them all done, I take them down to Cody. He loses them. That's on him. I won't feel that bad. But if I do all this work, send them in the mail, and they get lost that way, then yeah, my head would explode. Yeah, potentially at Opry Mills Mall. Yes. Yeah. We're gonna. I'm wrapping up right here. These are like the last 3 decals. But yeah, we will be back on Sunday, Easter Sunday. I know Easter is more important. I might do a later stream. I might just do it at like 9 or 10, because I'm working from home on Monday, so I won't have to be up as early. So we might just do the Sunday stream a little bit later because we're going to my wife's side of the family. So I'll figure that out. I'll probably just schedule it maybe for like 9 or 10. But we'll still go live. We're going to do something other than Cody's cars for once, finally. It's been a while. So we're going to do that. Looking forward to it. I think we're going to do the Ryan Sieg car. So we're going to do the Ryan Sieg Watkins Glen car. I'm excited for that. I appreciate you guys hanging out here as always. You guys are kind of why I do these live streams. If I if I didn't do them, I would have a somebody else's live stream or a podcast or music playing or something, and I would still be working on these cars. But since we've been able to kind of create a fun little community that we're able to hang out and talk racing, talk NASCAR, talk about anything that you guys want to, just a cool place to chill out and enjoy each other's company. I'm super glad that we're able to do that. And I appreciate all of the support that you guys continue to show. It's really, really fun and really cool. So yeah, this is the last decal we're going to put on today. We made some pretty good progress. The whole nose is done, and TV panel bottom half is done. So I hope you guys have a great Good Friday tomorrow. It's kind of ironic in the name because it was the day that Jesus was crucified on. Good for us, cleanse us of our sins. Bad for him, had to die. But the best part of the weekend is Sunday, Easter Sunday, when he rises again, so that we can also rise with him again one day. So thank you guys all for being here. I can't wait to see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend, a good weekend of some racing, and a happy Easter, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye, everyone.